Hello everybody, Mikey there, Panzernator here with Stellaris, part of the Super Campaign. Our fleet is returning back to base after a wonderful expedition to recover our sublight probes.
Anomaly found.
Atmospheric readings from SWORD 2 did not match simulated projections. Okay, figure that out. And we have a new tradition. Do we want research station output or research alternatives in science level cap? Let's get the science division, because the level cap, I mean, we have a bunch of scientists roaming the galaxy, finding some cool stuff. Yeah, let's, I mean, it'd be a shame if they were at max level, so we don't want them to be at max level. We want them to do all that. Survey completed. Through our survey of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data on alien life forms. Many of our older theories on the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has had to build new models from scratch. Our most interesting findings are being displayed at the newly dedicated Museum of Exobiology on Terra. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come in to aid the continued search of strange life forms. There we go. Habitable world surveys. Done. Good
Construction complete.
Alright, so you, sir, should go move here. Build a starbase outpost. We'll finish the Corvette. Our safety is important. Alright, so Classes 1 has been fully repaired. Got the mining drones. Alright, event pending. Our Gruner Data crystal. A Gruner Data crystal is discovered on ZL1811, dating to some 7 million years ago. The data crystal contains partially readable military records pertaining to the planet's invasion. Apparently, the Gruner were expecting some measure of armed resistance and were not impressed by the incredibly slow-moving Baul. The record describes the ease with which the Baul's delayed responses were circumvented in a highly derogatory fashion. Interesting. So, okay, we'll continue to survey that.
Construction complete.
And can you build a starbase outpost anytime soon? That would be a no. Well, our fleet is all that. Swirling shadows. Immense ragged plains of shadows drift across SWORD's 2 face that are cast not by clouds but by sheets of organic material drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere, hinged or rather jointed to allow for a small degree of articulation. Science officer Manius Minius is as yet unwilling to say whether these things are flora or fauna, or what possible purpose, if any, their elaborate shadow casting might serve. That's a pretty common anomaly, pretty standard stuff here. So, yeah, we got our construction ship over yonder. We need 100. We need 100 alloys to build a starbase. So there we go. Build yourself a starbase outpost. Do it, sir. So we're just exploring the galaxy. Can one of you, like, come survey this system? What's this? Tropical world with high gravity. I like how it shows like some fat alien on the high gravity one. Like, what? That's just kind of mean. Alright, you survey stuff. And scientifically, society research, that's good. You get energy siphon, hydroponics farm, hydroponics bay, food from farmers, offshore trading company, energy siphon. Let's get the eco simulation. Let's get the extra food, especially if we are expanding as we are. And keep on keeping on. First alien encounter. The news that we have Ooh, wait, this is the robots. We have encountered intelligent alien life for the first time has been received with mixed feelings by our populace. This confirms what we had long suspected. We are not alone in this galaxy. Each new alien species we encounter represent both an opportunity and a threat we must be wary. These particular Xenos appear to have been active on the galactic stage for some time. Their empire is likely thousands of years old, and their technology is far ahead of our own. We should be careful when dealing with them.
Construction complete.
Encountered in the Great Wound. We've encountered some... Oh, the Great Wound is like... Yeah, this is a special system. Theta aliens. Proceed with caution. Let's investigate the Theta aliens. You should not explore that. But yeah, we have a fallen
System
empire.
reconnaissance completed.
So that's interesting. The enigmatic,
Construction
the
complete.
alien people. Alert: the Xenac superintelligence has decided to open our borders to you humans. Okay. So we found a fallen empire. So that means this direction's largely safe or not safe. It's very tricky to figure out which one is which. Anyhow, we found a fallen empire. Don't know about any regular empires in the area, but this is a bunch of ring worlds. So taking them out would be very powerful, and their machines. And yeah, 105, 50 processing unit, ruined ring section. So there we go. Delta Refuge, Gamma Refuge, Central Processing. A lot of ring worlds around here. They open our borders to us, which is very nice of them. Very kind. Tianki space whales. I always say Tianaki.
Anomaly found.
I think teriyaki whenever. I'm just going to call them the teriyaki whales. Sensors pick up unexpected activity from an isolated point on its frozen surface. Research.
Construction complete.
Alright. You should go... Hard work experienced Governor Mino Fadius has developed new skills. Move here. What do you develop? Resilient? Or you're a chick named Mino. I don't know Latin, so I don't know what's a dude's name and what's a girl's name. Scientist gain trait. The hard work and experienced scientist Tullus Nippius has developed new skills. There we go. So, Yuval, the Exile, oh boy. The readings originate from a small research outpost, which the Roman Empire has no records of establishing or indeed authorizing on the surface of Gozam 4. It is staffed by one human scientist, a fairly talented and industrious one, if their research on Gozam 4 is anything to go by. There's a problem with regards to their identity, however. We have been unable to match them against official state records, and they refuse to identify themselves, save for stating that they are an exile. They've expressed an interest in returning to Terra and serving the Roman Empire directly, on the condition that the Panzermarine Pausanias immediately depart Gozam 4 and no human ship ever return there. Other question, search every nook and cranny of the output. We will allow the exile back, because we're good people.
Anomaly found.
Our initial scans have got an irregular signal reminiscent of our own distress patterns. Interesting. Void clouds. A cloud reads the odd report, collated from multiple sources. Like a cloud of luminous star stuff billowing in the dark, the report goes on to refer to the phenomenon somewhat poetically as a void cloud. It is evident to the priesthoods of the Roman Empire that these clouds are heralds animated by some higher will. Exactly who or what this will belongs, is a subject of heated debate and is likely to remain so for the foreseeable future. Until such a time as Void Cloud's true nature can be ascertained, it would perhaps be prudent to treat the immense power evident in its rolling motion with some caution.
New sitrep.
Let's study some clouds. 42 months. So that's a lot of Void Cloud. And Tritonius is slowly developing. And Alpha Centauri has some trade value, so we need to start upgrading Sol Starbase. Wow. That's a lot of alloys. We just need a lot more alloys. So there we go. We're stockpiling energy though, because we want the galactic market to be established in Terra. Whenever it does. Federated. Passive study on... So, native interference, passive study. Native enlightenment, passive study. Okay. What else do you want? New contact. So that's good with you. Local rivalry and hegemony. Sonic pursuit homogeneity. Okay, so all that. Lost in space. The signal we intercepted was a distress call from a ship in orbit around Them 2. The ship is not giving off any heat signatures and seems to be drifting. Special projects have been issued to investigate what has happened to the crew.
New sit rep.
You should research what's going on with the derelict ship and all of that. This game just gives so much fun in the exploration phase. The crew of the ship has been found dead. What is more disturbing is that they appear to have been killed by some highly advanced brain parasite, which infected them and drove them mad. Thanks to Science Officer Marcia's meticulous findings, we were able to protect our own crew from being infected. Okay. Are you sure about that? You sure you're not affected? Because I think you might be affected. Alright, how long does it take you to freaking colonize it? Alright, let's build mining stations and then research stations. 3 Arctic worlds. Very low habitability, but hey, we'll do alright. Now what? Another Gruner Data crystal has been unearthed, detailing a series of military orders, including the coordinates of another former Baul colony. Our archaeologists, eager to further unravel the history of these two foes, are uploading the data now.
New sit rep.
Alright, what do we have here? We should go to here. Research projects in the system. So we might have to start expanding down this way to get to it, but that is alright. Preliminary scans of 47, 64, 98 indicate that a heavily armed vessel is in orbit around the asteroid. It would be wise to proceed with caution. Sure. Okay, so this system, this is actually good dice and fear ring world potential. I mean, the trade value would be lost, but so be it. We'd get a lot more trade value from a ring world or other stuff. And Thabit, yep, all these people, these systems. Alright, what do we have? 2 angled. The surface of Them 6 is utterly without precedent in all our exploration to date. Vast geological areas from mountain ranges to entire continents are suddenly cut by shapes far too geometrically regular to be natural in origin. The otherwise natural-looking environment are suddenly broken by entirely flat plains, perfect triangles, and sharp angled corners. At present, any explanation of this baffling phenomenon is pure conjecture. Neph's Pride. The armed vessel discovered in orbit around 47, 64, 98 is an abandoned military spacecraft called Neph's Pride. Its light frame and evasion hardware suggests it was built for long-distance patrol missions, but it has since been retrofitted into a long-range stealth bomber. Records of the ship's comms reveal it was hijacked by a rebel guerrilla on its way to perform a strike against a secret complex called the Zaven Labs, said to hold a weapon so powerful it could win them the war when they were shot down. We've extracted the ship's destination from its navigation drive, the Zaven Labs.
New sit rep.
Let's find these. Oh, really? Anyhow, let's research that project. What do you want? Yeah, we'll upgrade the planetary administration for Nova Roma. Oh yeah, it has 10 people. That's good. Bigger stuff is good. And once you're done building all this crap, we're probably going to send you down this way, because we're going to probably need to do an excavation site over here. So that's good. Alpha Centauri needs some housing, so we'll build some housing. And maybe Tritonius will, hopefully Tritonius will be habited. We can, like, use it fully sooner rather than later.
Completed.
Alright, what do we have here? We have a random system up here. Okay. Okay, I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I think it's a little silly. Alright, my microphone's just adjusting it. Okay, I think we're better off now. So, now what? So we're exploring down here. Anything interesting down here? And there's another black hole. This black hole, the Great Wound. From the result of the collapse, scientists gained a trait. Field manipulation. Where are you? Such as a physics research trait. If a scientist dies, then we'll shift you over there.
System reconnaissance completed.
Alright, where is this? Not a bad system, but a little far away. I think you're going to need to come to Navi. Former Bowel colony, the Silenced. Our researchers were excited to discover the location of the third Bowel colony corresponds to a planet still possessing an atmosphere and life. While Rathador 4 does not seem particularly lush or remarkably resource-laden, our scientists are eager to begin a targeted excavation to search for any remains of Bowel or the Gruner. And we need all that. So you sit there. You keep doing what you're doing. Alright, so what? Let's actually have you come research the project in this system, and you go auto explore. Go back to auto explore.
Report success.
We'll have him do that. Corvette hold points. Okay. Let's get army damage and minerals from jobs. That'll be nice.
Construction complete.
Alright, what do we have? Caught in an orbit around UT9-863 is a small unknown object moving at such a high speed it beggars belief.
Recon pass
Go to
completed.
Starbase. Okay. So I wonder when we'll find like a real empire, not just a fallen empire of machines. That's just a bunch of robots that we don't really know what to do with. Because we can't really touch them because we're new on the galactic stage. Alright, so our construction ship is going to
Construction complete.
take a while to get there. Yeah, 500 something days. Space is big, y'all.
We have claimed a new world.
Alright, so we got Tritonius, which is nice.
Anomaly found.
Debris field, which A99 is part of Royals and Swirls under the influence of unknown forces. Okay. So you say you have all this stuff. What do you want? Society research? I mean, all this would be difficult to have. Build mining stuff. Probably want energy, right? So let's do floated reactor piles, mining districts. We're gonna clear out a lot of this. I don't know why. Just feels like a good use of energy for now. Orbital speed demon attempts to scan the object in high speed orbit of U blah 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 have been unsuccessful. The object quickly falls below UT9-863's horizon, and the Diodorus's instruments are simply unable to keep up. While the gravitational pull is strong, that alone does little to explain the object's extreme momentum. Either the object itself possesses some extraordinary properties, or is there some gravitational phenomenon at work here? The object's velocity appears to be increasing over time, and Science Officer Tullius Nippius suspects that it may soon be thrown out of orbit even without outside interference. Attempt to halt it, try to slow it down, get away from it. Try to slow it down. And, well, that's all we have. All we have for this episode. That's all the time we have. We found a fallen empire, so yippee. Lucky us, right, guys? So we're getting close to the battle. We need to expand in this direction a little bit more, and we finally colonized Tritonius. So the relic world will make good use of it for sure. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode, and join us on the Discord server. Follow the link down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you all in the next episode. And until then, this is Mikey der Panzernator signing out. See ya, nerds.